it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I've got a haul to share with you. I'll be right back. All right, what I'm filming today is Dollar General. I know we're going out shopping tomorrow, so I'll probably add to the video, but the first part's Dollar General, and I believe it's all Dolly Parton merchandise. I thought these mats would be cute for summer, and you know, $3, I can't find them that price anywhere else. Trying to think what Home Goods charges. They usually give me 2, so it might be, I think it still comes out a little bit more than 3, but whoops, that's right, she tucked something inside this one. And here was the other one I bought. I think the back side has her the traditional Dolly Parton butterfly, but those two, I thought those would be cute for summer. My daughter had seen, Dolly's got merchandise at a few stores. I know we've seen some at Kohl's and Walmart. I think it was Kohl's. She's seen a spoon rest, but she's like, I didn't really want to spend that much on a spoon rest. And I told her, I'll look at Dollar General. I bet they have one. And they did. I don't know. Hopefully she likes this one because I'm not sure what the one at Kohl's looked like. But I picked that one up. And then I picked up a couple of little signs that I thought were pretty. That would be pretty for a summer tiered tray. This one says, wildflowers don't care where they grow. And this one just has the guitar with the flowers. I thought both of those were really pretty, so I picked them up. So that's what I got today. Like I said, I will probably add on to this video on after we go shopping tomorrow, sometime over the weekend. I'll probably film another video. Today I went to Hobby Lobby, Target, Aldi, Meijer, Dollar Tree, I think. Yeah. Most of it is either seasonal decor. I think there's a little organization and just a little bit of crafting. I also got an Amazon order. Target, I found this cute little bird. I had bought the one last week that was like a hot dog. This one's a little ice cream cone. I thought he was super cute. So I'll have to put him with my summer stuff. I think some of this does not need to be shared. Aldi, I stopped mainly because I knew they had the patriotic tiered tray sets, and I did find this one tray, the white tray with the red and blue stars, that I thought was really cute. One thing I like about these ones is I can store them in, you know, the box, so they don't take up as much space as some of the ones I have that I bought already assembled, and looking at them, there's not really an easy way to take them apart. So I like these ones for that reason. Did I need a new tiered tray? The answer is no. But is there anything else in this one that I need to share? Let me just take a quick look. No, there's nothing else in that one that needs to be shared. Hubby did pick this up at Dollar Tree. It's just a little club magnet to put on the little fridge in this room. Doesn't need to be shared. That doesn't need to be shared. That doesn't need to be shared. Sorry about that. I needed some replacement strips for some of my command hooks because some of them I have already used once, so I didn't have enough of the sticky stuff. So this one has the medium and small. This one I think is large, and this one's just medium. I could not find the small in a container by itself, and I actually figured I probably needed more small than any of them, but it is what it is, you know. I got this little tiered tray set. there happens to be an Aldi right next to the Hobby Lobby. And I'm like to my daughter, I'm like, I want to run over there because this is the week they came out with the tiered tray stuff. And if we wait till next week, we switch every other week shopping at Aldi. They won't have these left. As it was, I got the last one of a couple of the sets. I like this one with the little fireworks stand, the fireworks. I think they all might have came with a bead strand of some sort. I think like this one has a rocket on the end. I think like the piece at the end that was decorative was different on each of them. This one was probably, I think, my favorite with the little cupcake, and it says Sweet Land of Liberty. And a little star stand, another little bead. But this bead one, I'm trying to see what's at the end of that one. Actually, it looks like there's just the twine ribbon type thing at the end of each. It's at both ends. There's not a special decorative piece on that one. There's this one with the little truck. This one has the star, the patriotic star at the end. The stars and stripes. Got the little Uncle Sam hat. Now these probably won't get used till next year for me because I've already done my patriotic decor. Unless I decide to just stick them on the shelves, because I did put shelves up here the other day, which when I do the video you're going to see a couple of them are crooked. But I'm not redoing them. And this one has like an American flag at the end of the beads, and it's got a little vase of flowers. It is red, white, and blue, but I suppose you could use the flowers in another set if you, and another tray if you wanted. But there's that one. It says Happy 4th of July. Amazon. The one I'm not going to show, it is still in the box. They're huge. They're the 64 quart latching Sterilite boxes. I knew I had a few things that I wanted to keep, but that I don't have room in either of my rooms. Like, we keep the boxes for our Funko Pops. Someday down the road, if something happens to us and my daughter wants to get rid of them, she had moved to a check box. So we'll keep the box. She keeps her boxes as well. She might have just integrated them into theirs. I bought these for my planner. I need to try to find my other set, which is out here somewhere, and try to get them integrated into my planners, because I have this one on subscribe and save, and see if I have enough yet or if I need another set. Meyer, another tiered tray. This one was star shaped. I thought it was really cute. It's got a red star and a blue star, and then the white handle going down with the little white star on top of it. That's like the handle of the tray. So I thought that one was really cute. Now, I don't know how much you could really fit in it. I should look and see if they have this piece there, because I really like that ice cream truck. I wonder if that's actually a tiered tray set of theirs. I'll have to look the next time I go and see, or ask my daughter to look. My daughter works there, so. I did find the drying mat, the patriotic one. I really like this one with the popsicles, so I picked it up. I told my daughter, there's two Meyers over in the city. We were at the one she doesn't work at. I told her she should check hers and see if they have those. Hobby Lobby, I didn't find a lot. I did find one pack of the 12 by 24 glitter paper that was marked down to $4.49. I was hoping they would have more of this. This is the only, they had this and one 6 by 6 paper pad left, and I didn't really like the 6 by 6 paper pad. A lot of their papers seem to have kind of a faded vintagey look, which if you're into that, hey, great, but it's not really my vibe. So every now and then I find one that I like enough that I'm like, yeah, I'll use that, but I just didn't think I would use it. So I'm like, there's no point in buying it, because especially with 6 by 6, I don't use that much 6 by 6, so it kind of has to be one that I really, really like in order for me to buy it, because I'm trying to be better. I did buy these pink pumpkins, which I had already bought for myself. I'm going to put this one into I'm trying to find a little place to put giveaway stuff so that I can maybe have a little giveaway celebrating my moved to my craft studio. And then this is not crafty at all. I do use it to clean my Cricut mats. I spray this on, run them under water, and then just gently, I have a little like sponge thing that I just gently rub in circles around it. I don't scrub, because I think that would just remove the adhesive. I just kind of gently go around to make sure that any little paper scraps or anything are off of it. It does kind of, when they dry, they do kind of get re-stickied, but it's not a forever solution. And honestly, I tried the, what was it? It's some sort of glue that you're supposed to tape all the mat down, because you don't want glue on the part where the runners run, and then glue it. And honestly, this buys me just as much time as that did, and it's simpler. And I don't think this voids the warranty, cleaning my mats this way, whereas that way technically voids your warranty. How they would prove you did it unless they made you send the machine in and then discovered some of that glue, if you hadn't taped off really well on it. I don't know how else they would tell, but it's like, to me, it was not worth the time and effort. And there was some cost involved with that, because she had to buy the glue and all that. I'm like, I'd rather just clean them. I try to clean them just about every time I use them, unless I just did like one small project. Then a lot of times I won't clean them. But a lot of times when I cut, I have a marathon cut session, so I clean them. So that works for me. And I try to buy mats when they're on sale. As you can see, I have blind mats up behind me. I'm not sure my mats are staying here, but they're there. I was hoping to put them in the slots of one of those calyx cubes, but with that divider in there, they're too wide, so they won't fit in there. Now, my venture mats will have to go up here, because they're just too big to store anywhere else. But it's possible that I might end up putting them in a cube without the mats. I know I have some little like dividers that I can use, slide over the shelf in between and use as like a divider to help hold them upright, but I haven't got to those yet. So for now, they're just going to stay back here. But that's all that I bought that was crafty decor or organizational, which kind of all ties together for me. I'm hoping over the weekend to do another walkthrough. I'm hoping to get through a few more boxes before then, but I haven't spent a ton of time out here. Like I said, I've been doing things in the house. I got together my bookcases, which I should see if I have a picture of those that I could insert in, because I think I was going to do that last time and I forgot. But I should see if I can do that and put a picture of my bookcases in at the end of the video. I have the room that my daughter's going to move into that I was going to use as my studio. Mostly emptied out. There's a few boxes in there. Some of it's for our room, some of it's for there. It'll probably go back into that room, but we need to empty it out, because me and my older daughter are going to try to paint the room for her next week, and then try to put together. I'll probably put together the bookcases for her. I'll let her put her wallpaper on the back of them. That's one thing I did on mine, is I bought self-adhesive wallpaper, much like I did at the one that I actually used the same wallpaper as the one that I have in my craft studio, and did that. I did get my IKEA cache the other day, so I did discover I need more of the. In my room, I put 3 full-size bookcases, and then they have ones that are half wide. I put 2 of those in, because one went in the corner, and then I only had room for one more half on the wall. At first I wasn't sure I was going to have room for that, but I did. But one of the half ones is filled with hubby's cub and bear, and he's got a few generic type hats. So I used all the shelves for one bookcase in his, in that hat one. So, and he still could use a couple more shelves. So I have to order a couple more for that one and enough for decide how many I need for the other half shelf one. I don't really know that I need any more for my bookcases. I'm thinking I might order one or two just to kind of keep on hand in case I ever rearrange those shelves. I would have an extra, but I haven't decided on that for sure. I know I need the small ones for sure, and my daughters might decide they need some of the long ones, which if they're not finished with theirs, I might just order a few, and then if I don't use them, they can use them. But that's kind of where I'm at. I went through and I put up my picture ledges above. I had them above the door. I put 2 above each window in the craft studio and 1 above the window in the TV area. And then I took the smaller ones and put 8 of them around where I have my Get Organized Challenge board up. I hope I left enough space for my big benefit board there, because I use a skinny, tall letterboard for that. I haven't come across that yet, so I wasn't able to hang that first. And at first I had kind of centered one of the middle shelf right underneath the big benefit board. I mean the GOC board, not the big benefit board, but the GOC part of it. And that one I had to use wall anchors, and the wall anchors they gave you were horrible. They were so flimsy that when you tried to pound them into the wall, so they would expand back there, so when you screwed in, they would just give. So I said, that's it, I'm going in studs for the rest of them. So the ones off to the side aren't too bad. I mean, right now it looks weird because the other board that I want, that letter board, isn't next to the shelf the way it's supposed to be. I think once that's there, that will look better. But the one above and below it are, one's over this way and one's over this way. So it's just, but I'm like, I'm not going to do it where it doesn't hit studs again, because that was just too hard. And it would have been really hard for the one that was up so high, because I had to really stretch to be able to reach that one to drill it in. So I didn't want to try to have to do the wall anchors up there. So I don't, and I noticed a few of them when I used the little level thing they had, the ones where I'm like, that says it's straight, but that looks really crooked from here. And I asked hubby, who's probably not the best judge, but he goes, yeah, it's slanting. He said it was slanting the same way I thought it was slanting. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to adjust it. And I think the one that's really bad is the one where it did say it was level, and I didn't notice that it wasn't. But they're just going to stay that way. Now it's fine. I put my Hardy Boy stuff above one window along with my Outlander and Little May Angels. And then I'm going to put my Little Women stuff above the other window, and some like my Postal Cinco de Mayo stuff. And then the other one's going to have my superhero pops, which I have more of those. I have my Supergirl and Wonder Woman, and I can't remember if I have a Batgirl one, but they're going to go over that way. And then my Aurora stuff is over here, which I know I have 1 or 2 more Aurora things someplace. I just haven't come across them yet. The one I swore should have been in one of the boxes that I had around me, but I cannot find it. It'll turn up. I think there might be one box that I haven't went through in the house. I'll have to look through that again and see if it's there. But it's coming along. Like I said in my last video, I'm feeling better mentally. I think just knowing that I'm going to be able to craft again has helped some. Though I'll tell you, I don't know how people do this. I really don't. I feel like, yeah, I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it well. It's like questions on a loop with him. I mean, sometimes he doesn't do the same question in succession, but it's like every day it's like there's 3 or 4 questions, and he just asks them over and over again. The worst part, and it's probably why I get so cranky, is he starts about 3 in the morning and just keeps doing that until 6 or 7. I want to be up by 6, but because he's waking me up at 3 with the questions, I'm trying to get a little more sleep, so it's usually closer to 7 by the time I just get out of bed. I give up. And like, and I said to somebody I was talking to, they said, well, how are you and him doing? I said, what I don't understand is I'm exhausted because he keeps me up asking questions. Why isn't he exhausted? Because he's awake too, but he seems like he's fine. She goes, isn't that funny how that works though? She goes, it's the same like if a little kid keeps you awake or whatever. They seem fine, yet you're like, but anyways, that's all I've got to share today. I am going to tack my other video from the other day on. Oh, I did have one more thing to share. Where did I put it? There it is. I ordered from HSN. They had a free shipping day recently, and this little book, it's a diamond press one, I think. It's filled with like different rhinestones, little gems, different colors. Now, I don't think I'll leave them in the book. I think I will just file them in my scrap rack based upon color. I'll be honest. I just don't think I'll do this. Unless I decide to keep my gems off the rack and put them in some sort of container, then I could see maybe doing it. But even then, I think I would like them all sorted by color and where I could just flip through real quick to find the ones I wanted. But there's a lot of different color ones in here. This one I think was the pastel version. I think that it was the only one they had available to order. If they'd had the other color set left, I probably would have bought one of them too. Because with tax, because it was free shipping, this was $6.30. So I didn't think that was too bad for as many gems as you got in there. So I'd forgotten I was going to share that one. And God. Anyways, that's all I've got to share today. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.